Ready?
Hello, this is Dale Snyder with the Snyder Group from RE/MAX Central here in sunny Las Vegas. Today's topic of discussion is going to be the process of short selling your home from the homeowner's standpoint. So let's assume you've already spoken to your real estate professional, an attorney if need be, or a CPA, and you're moving forward with the short sale. If you have questions in regards to the exposure and issues in the short sale and if you should do it or not, feel free to reach out to me. I can give you a free consultation on that. So moving forward, the first thing that we're going to need is the short sale package. This is going to be a list of your financial documents, a hardship letter, and some other items. You can find those at dalesnyder.net under the short sale tab under the document checklist, where you'll also find the listing agreement. You'll need to supply all this documentation before we can start the process. Once we've received all this, we can then move forward. We'll put the home on the market, begin to market it for a buyer, and send the authorization letter to the bank authorizing us to speak to the bank and negotiate on your behalf. Average market time to get an offer on a short sale is roughly about 1 week to about 50 days. It really just depends on the market you're in, the condition of the property. So once we get an offer on the property, you will have to sign off on the offer. Once you've signed off on it, we will have the escrow company generate a HUD-1, which is a fee statement showing what it's going to cost the bank to sell it at that price. We'll send that off to the bank and begin the negotiations with the bank on your behalf. Within about 30 days of the bank receiving the offer, they will have an appraisal completed to establish value. Within about 45 to 90 days of the offer being submitted to the bank, we're either going to get an approval, a counteroffer, or a rejection. Keep in mind, during this process, you're going to be needing to provide us updated financial statements, whether it be checking, savings, pay stubs. So don't be alarmed if our office manager calls you and says, hey, I need this document. That's a good thing. It means the bank is processing the short sale and we're moving forward. Let's assume we've got the approval. Once we have the approval, it becomes more like a normal transaction. The buyer will perform their inspections. This is when all utilities will need to be turned on if they're not already. Hopefully you've been able to leave them on so the property condition remains good through this process. So if the inspection goes well, the appraisal will be ordered unless it's a cash buyer. The appraisal comes in at value. The buyer's lender will generate the loan documents. Buyer and seller go to the escrow company, sign the closing documents, and the property will record within 24 to 48 hours and have the new owner on record. That's just a quick overview. If you have more questions, feel free to call me or find me on my website at dalesnyder.net. If you're a client of ours that's entrusted us for the short sale process and I've sent you this video, I'd like to thank you. We really do appreciate you entrusting us during this very difficult and confusing process. Thank you and have a great day.